Everybody, welcome back to 18 Outdoors. And May the 1st already. So, got a couple things we'll talk about. First off, we appreciate y'all. Kathy and I do, and all our friends stuff, all the support, all the likes, all the subscribes, so all the watches. Hey, we've really enjoyed this, but hey, it's fixing to be daggum deer show time. So all these outdoor expos, the deer shows. So we're gonna talk about the show we're gonna go to, set up and have booths at. But the first thing is, got a announcement at the end of this. Y'all stick, y'all. The title of this is Hunt, or a chance for y'all to hunt with the Wolfpack crew and 18 Outdoors. So I'm going to announce how we're going to do this. Got off the phone with Wes Moe yesterday, talked to him a little bit, so we come up with a little plan. It's going to be cool, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But let's talk about these shows, These shows are one of mine and Kathy's favorite things because we get to see and meet like-minded people that enjoy the outdoors, enjoy all the hunting, the fishing, everything. So we get to meet y'all, talk to y'all, share stories, share pictures, just enjoy a good time. So again, it's them things are which throughout the country, all year they're pretty much going on. So, but the ones in the South and the ones that we get to go to set up and stuff is coming up within the next 2 months, so maybe 3. So, but anyway, start planning this stuff. And at the end of this, after I get through, I'll talk about the hunt thing, the I guess you could say drawing or giveaway. So the first show that we're going to be at is the World Deer Expo. So we already know our booth number. It'll be booth 606. It's going to be July the 11th through the 13th at the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center. So the World Deer Expo. So we'll see y'all there. The ones that come to that, a huge show. Not only hunting stuff, but a bunch of stuff. It's kind of grown and expanded over the last couple of years. So kind of maybe getting a little bit better. There's some more mobile hunting stuff getting involved in it. So, a cool show, a local show to us. We've been going there for crap. It's been a long time. I can't even tell you how long, but since I was in my 20s. So the next show, Georgia Outdoor News Outdoor Blast. This is going to be our first time ever going to this one. We've known that crew there with a magazine for a long time, Brad Gill and some of the others. I can't think of others' names right now, but that Brad is who I worked through whenever I was writing for Alabama Outdoor News. So a great group of people. So awesome, deal. So kind of wish we still had a magazine here, but, not much I can do about it, I don't guess. But anyway, enjoy that crew. Going to really enjoy going to that show. They're going to have a shootout, truck buck shootout and all that stuff. Very neat. But we'll have a booth there be set up. So that's going to be July 25th through the 27th at Lake Point Sports. So that's a big, like a convention center. It's in Emerson, Georgia. So going to be a cool show. Looking forward to seeing y'all there if y'all can get to that. We're going to be, again, we'll have 3 options of 3 places that we're going to be set up this year where we'll have booths and get to talk, and we'll be there for the whole weekend. So the next one, Mobile Hunter Expo, Southern Show, Dalton, Georgia, August 8th through the 10th at the Dalton, Georgia Convention Center. So very cool show. Again, this show will be, I'm sure the other ones will be similar to this, but this one is definitely there won't be any outdoor things. There won't be anything that's not associated with hunting, basically. So that's, they kind of knock out some of the other stuff. It's more, hunting and outdoor experiences targeted. So, and mainly mobile hunting stuff. So, but it's a real cool show. A great group of people. They'll have seminars and all that stuff, which they'll have seminars at the other ones, I'm sure too. But all these shows are going to be great. And, so again, we like going to them. We go to a bunch of them. We go some, we just walk around. So, because again, we like meeting and talking and sharing stories and getting different pieces of information for folks, because we're always learning. If you're not trying to learn, you're backing up. So come to learn, come to get whatever it is, the stuff you're going to need for the season. We're going to have some stuff to sell, some shirts, hats, books, of course, grunt calls, I hope. So we're working on that. Got some turkey calls. We got some milkweed holders and milkweed. That's a pretty neat thing. So, but the main thing is we're gonna enjoy talking to y'all. So, all right, now to the hunt. So, talking to Wes Moy on the phone yesterday. He's all getting healed up. It's gonna be a bionic man. We're gonna be ready to go wide open this hunting season. Y'all, if you've never listened to any of the podcasts with him, check it out. You know, he's got a unique style of hunting. He's killed multiple big bucks. Got 3 in the record book, I think, something like that. But anyway, he's got some record book bucks. You know, he's still trying to take me out, he says. He wants that #1 spot for the muzzleloader. So he's trying. You know, I know it's not going to last forever, which is great, you know. So I hope he does it. So we'll see. So, but, and on public land, that's the stipulation. He better be doing it on public land. So, but anyway, you know, and enjoy talking to Wes. Cool guy, you know, again, and a very experienced hunter. Been doing it for a long time, seen a lot of ins and outs, you know, got unique tips and tactics, and he's got this Wolfpack style that this is, you know, he's been doing this for a couple years now. So this year, going to do it just a little bit different, and I'll get into kind of that. But listen, going to be a great time. I'm talking about, you know, there'll be a place to stay. It's going to be probably around December 20th and 21st. It's going to be a 2-day deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw 2 people. So, and if you put your name in there, be prepared to go, because one of the reasons we're doing this like this is because last year, you know, he's got a plan that we kind of set up and do the Wolfpack style. Some people's wins is going to be affecting, you know, the deer and driving them toward other people. So it's kind of a, you know, we're going to be basically circling the area, a good area, and using positions of the people to actually push deer around or get deer kind of stirred up, you know. And trust me, I went last year. And there's some other folks that's been, you know, a couple years. So talk to anybody that's been on that. Listen, everybody last year, with the exception of like 2 people out of 13 to 15 people, seen deer. And most of them seen bucks chasing. So I think there's only 1 buck killed, 1 wounded, couldn't find, and a doe shot. So, but a bunch of people had chances. You know, I'm not saying anything about, you know, but people sending texts saying big buck chasing, big buck chasing. I'm wondering, somebody need to be squeezing the trigger. But anyway, this will be one of the, unless you got some kind of crazy weather happen that weekend, listen, you're going to have fun, whoever gets drawn. So it's going to be, you know, a good chance of getting a decent buck for Alabama, you know. So, not, you know, I mean, you never know what could happen. You know, this is going to be a rut hunt, you know, it's going to be a fun hunt. The time frame for this hunt is probably going to be around December 20th to the 21st. You know, give or take a weekend. We're not 100% sure yet. Reason being, because Alabama Conservation Department don't put the hunts out, the actual specific dates, until probably after August. So, but every year, it's generally going to be around the same time frame. This will be like a check-in hunt, in either sex hunt. It'll be a 2-day either sex hunt. It's what it's been for the last few years, Saturday and a Sunday. So plan on that. You know, we can't give you exactly that time frame, but that's pretty much as it's been going, right around that time. I think Wes would like for it to be the weekend before that, as far as that specific hunt. But the way the biologists have it set up, they'll have plans for that, because they don't open the checking station every weekend now like they used to. So they have specific dates, and they try to key that around that rut time frame, and the way they kind of got it figured out is around that weekend. So that's going to be all. That's all we can give you right now as far as dates. So around December 20th, 21st. You know, I know the next weekend is going to be around the Christmas, so it's probably going to be before that. So it won't be after the 20th, 21st. I'm pretty sure. So, but again, that's all as far as dates that we can give you right now. So, but be ready, because that's going to be, you know. The reason he's doing it like this, because last year at the last few moments, say the day before and the night of, when we were down there, some of us were already down there getting situated and ready. There were people, you know, backing out. So this year it's going to be more planned. It's going to be, you know, the 2 people that draw. We might have a, you know, if if they can't make it, we need to know, ahead of time. Well, of course, we might have some backup people, drawn or something that can be on reserve maybe, but it's not a real good thing to do. I'm not a big fan of that, having to, well, you might get to go, you might not. So the two people that get drawn, you need to be ready to commit, because the process at West and everybody goes through to get this plan, how it's going to be set up, the position of the hunters and stuff, is pretty critical. And last year we had some holes left out, and that's because some people didn't make it. So, and we didn't really know until the night of, so it's kind of maybe the day before, and it's kind of that kind of throws a few kinks in the thing. So it's going to be some food involved in it, get to talk. But one thing is, you ain't going to get much sleep. And trust me, West, and like last year, West North Scott, they're serious. When they're waking everybody up, hey, it's time to get up. They're making sure you're going to get up, and it's going to be ready to roll at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We're going to get there early to the place we're going to hunt, get set up, and get the two people that's going to be drawn. We're going to make dang sure, of course, other people that's going to be in it's going to be all set up. Everything's going to be precise, and there's going to be no lollygagging around. Ain't going to be nobody just walking around blindly or anything. You're going to be known to where you're going to be at. Everything's going to be safe. You're required to have your mandatory license and your Alabama license. You got to have that. So, and you got to get there. So, other than that, you're going to have a place to stay. It's going to be an awesome time. So, of course, you ain't going to get much sleep again. But be ready to commit 2 days to this, because them 2 days last year, bucks was chasing. I'm telling you, all day, pretty much long. They come out for lunch, I think, and met up, and they helped me get my deer out. So it's just a very good community thing, kind of a learning process. But when you get drawn, whoever gets drawn, when you're ready to put your name out to get drawn, be ready to hunt and be very proficient in your weapon. Have you some kind of tree stand, climber, mobile lock on, saddle, whatever it is you want to do. Hunting on the ground is going to be a tough, daggum deal. So be prepared with a stand of some sort. So, because it'll make things a lot better, trust me. So, you're going to come to our booth at the World Deer Expo and put in for this drawing. We're going to have tickets, okay? We're going to try to get Wes there for a couple hours one day or something to come by. Y'all can come by and visit. So, but in order for this to get in this drawing, you're going to come to the World Deer Expo, Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center. Come to our booth, fill out the ticket, whatever information you want to put on there. I don't want a bunch of information, but enough to get in contact with you when we draw you. So, and come see us, and then be ready. Hopefully, this is your chance for a daggum good hunt. Trust me. So, this will be about as good a hunt they are offered in Alabama on some public land. We ain't gonna say guided hunt, but we're all gonna be in a group. We're gonna help each other out, get everything the way we like it, hopefully, and it's gonna be fantastic. You might kill a daggum very nice buck in Alabama. So, be ready to hunt. Be ready. I'm talking about be ready. So, looking forward to seeing y'all. Appreciate y'all. Plans are in the making right now to get ready to get one flat. We'll see y'all soon.